Toronto's Startup Weekend movement is fantastic. These are considered some of the best events in the world. That's the reason why they came to us to say, can we do a maker event here? Because they know the events here are amazing. And the reason the events here are amazing is because the community here is amazing. So there's great people that come out that are energized, creative, inspired, all those things. All we have to do is kind of put the pieces together to bring the right people into a room together. I'm going to pass this off to Holly for 1 second to talk about prizes, because she knows all the great details of what you can actually win while you're here. So, Holly, let's hear it.
You can when I get my prize list up. Before I go into the prizes, I just wanted to let you guys know that tonight's event is being live streamed, thanks to HTML5 user group and Matthew Potter, who is at the back over there. So when you come up to pitch tonight, you won't just be pitching to the room, you'll be pitching to a global audience of millions. Maybe not millions, but a few people who aren't here right now.
At least hundreds.
At least 10. I'm looking for the prize list. But the main prize, which you can see in front of you, a MakerPot Replicator 2 3D printer for the first place team, plus filament. Thanks to GE, who are one of our main sponsors of this event. That's pretty exciting. That's a pretty serious prize, I think. So something to think about. Obviously, it's not just about the prizes. It's about the experience, and it's about the startups that you build and what you do with the learnings afterwards. But a 3D printer would also be pretty awesome, I think. We'd all agree. In addition to the 3D printer, first place is also going to win. I'll run through this quickly, but it's also on the blog, so you can go through and actually have a look and gaze lovingly over the potential prize packs. First place will also get a month's intensive advisory support from the Mars Education Innovation Advisors, 2 hours of incorporation advisory support from a Mars legal service provider, 2 hours of IP consultation support from a leading IP lawyer at Mars, enrollment in the Entrepreneurs Toolkit Workshop series, also at Mars. Yay, Mars, thanks guys. 3 iPad Airs, passes to the Maker Kids Adult Night. So Maker Kids is an awesome makerspace on Roncy. They've given some passes. You can check out their adult workshops. We're also giving away the definitive guide to hardware funding and product launches by ShopLocket, a Shopify store for life, 3 6-month pro memberships to brand new makerspace The Shop, which is going to be opening in the next few months, a Kiwi wearables developer kit, some legal setup services from Cobalt, PR consultancy session with Lotus Leaf PR, who are our awesome PR sponsors for the event. They've been really, really supportive in drumming up some media for the weekend, so thank you guys. And a Lovebot robot prize pack. So I don't know if you guys have seen, Lovebot is the artist who's been placing big robot stickers and concrete robots all over the city. They're going to be here this weekend, and they've put some stuff in the prize pack for you too. I'm going to leave second and third just because I feel like everybody is keen to get into the pitches, but jump on the blog, check it out, and there's going to be a bunch of awesome Arduinos, Raspberry Pi, cool maker swag to go in with that as well.
Cool, thanks. Great stuff there. So another thing that we need to be aware of here is the reason we hold this event at this time of year, and we don't just hold it at this time of year, but we make sure we do now, is to be part of GEW, Global Entrepreneurship Week. One of our sponsors, CYBF. Is there anyone here from CYBF right now? Okay, I think they're coming later on. They'll be here around this weekend.
They're here in spirit.
Yes, great organization helping young entrepreneurs in Canada. They are the key sponsors of global entrepreneurship in Canada. But we're part of a massive, massive week of events happening all over the world, and all the social bits that you need to know there to amplify your actions over the weekend are there. But Startup Weekend takes part in this very seriously and calls it the Global Startup Battle. And what that means is, what's most interesting about that is there are literally hundreds of events happening this weekend, many that happened last weekend as well. Those are the 2 weekends that kind of frame GEW. And there's a huge competition that's going on called the Global Startup Battle. So you're all automatically in that competition.
No pressure.
Yeah. We expect amazing things from you in that regard. I'm going to try to just kind of give you a bit of the specifics about the competition itself. This is where I tell you the story about last year, because you see up there 2012 Group Notes. Group Notes was from the Toronto Startup Weekend. They won the whole thing. 140 cities around the world were holding Startup Weekend during GW. The winners of each of those entered into this competition, and Group Notes won the whole thing, which is pretty fucking amazing in my mind. It was awesome. And you know, it again put us on the map in terms of what we're doing here. We were already on the map with great events, but it validated, you know, the great stuff that people are doing here. Group Notes is still, you know, alive and kicking, very well alive and kicking in Waterloo at Hyperdrive, you know, raising money, building out their product. So real things do come out of this, and they're not the only example in the 4 years of running Startup Weekends in Toronto. There are other teams that are still, you know, doing things with the projects they did. I just heard the other day that Eugene Wu, who did Visualize Me at a past event, just sold that company, had an exit, and is working with the acquirer of that company now. So, you know, people do amazing things coming out of this. I'm sure I'm missing how to participate in this stuff. We're gonna make sure it's very clear how to participate, but obviously, I'm gonna skip right past this actually to the top two teams from each city get entered into this kind of big champion circle against all the other cities. You know, we'll talk more over the course of the weekend what that means. There's great prizes to win if you win that, of course. But then this piece, anybody can actually enter their team into one of these kind of subcategories, again, with more prizes. So all of this is just a fun way and a competitive way to take what you're doing beyond Toronto and this event itself and do it on a more global scale.
Yeah, so if you guys jump on the Global Startup Battle website, we'll be giving you guys more information over the course of the weekend, but basically how it's going to play out is once this event is over, you'll have to create a short video, which you then post online, share with your networks, encourage people to vote. Last year, it was the winning team from each Startup Weekend globally that went on to compete. This year, they have a champion circle, which will be the top 2 teams from each event, but they also have a bunch of different categories that anybody could compete. So if you're pitching an e-commerce, if you're pitching a women's product, if you're pitching, what does it say? Innovator circle, or Activate Circle. We'll be sending around some more information about what those specific categories mean and how to participate through the weekend. But just keep that in mind as you're moving forward, that there's more opportunities and more prizes as well if you continue on.
Yeah, and reach out to your social circles and get people tweeting and posting on Facebook, et cetera, to make sure that we are making lots of noise out there. You know, there's a bit of a pride thing between the cities to kind of who's the loudest out there in the social universe. So now the piece that nobody likes but we have to do, and it's important because this is a volunteer-driven exercise on our end, and we rely completely on the sponsors. The money that you guys pay for your tickets is, you know, obviously goes towards the event. Nobody's making any profit on it on these events. But your money would not be enough to put on a really good event. So we go to our sponsors to help that. So firstly, actually, it's great to announce the support of Ontario Centres of Excellence because it goes beyond just this event. And actually, we're in the midst of putting together a deal for them to support all Startup Weekend activities in Ontario. So pretty excited. They're going to do a lot for us. Both financially and beyond to help all of our events. Then Holly mentioned General Electric, that's putting some support behind the maker movement and is helping us with this event and also provided this amazing prize. So thank you, GE. And then a huge thank you to OCAD for letting us have this event here. It's amazing for us to be able to have an event in a new space. We've typically been hosting the event in my company's space the last few times. So I'm kind of happy to change that up. But most importantly, we're doing it in a space where we can actually do the things that we need to do over the course of the weekend. And you can't see that in here, but you're going to see the facilities that you've got and the access to equipment to actually, you know, kind of work through your creative juices and make stuff. So thank you to all of those sponsors. My company, The Working Group, is a huge support of Startup Weekend and continues to be. T&H Events is actually Holly's side company as well. Hopefully not too much because she works for me at TWG as well. BDC has been a huge support nationally for Startup Weekend, so thank you to all of them. And then we've got some other local sponsors here that are doing great things. Shopify has gotten behind us recently and is starting to support more and more events. Microsoft has always been a huge support. At the global level, they're a supporter of Startup Weekend, and then they help us on top of that here locally. And you'll see Paul is here from Microsoft, can help you get set up with BizSpark. There's a whole set of tools that you can use to help you in your journey over the weekend, but especially beyond. Cobalt, good friend Raja runs Cobalt and helps with legal services and the prizes and has been a big support. ESRI Canada is a first-time sponsor and we're happy to have them on board. City of Toronto, Ride Out Maybe, a legal firm that's helping us. We've mentioned Lotus Leaf helping us with PR, and then CYBF as well.
I also want to give a shout out to a couple of our community partners that aren't in the slide deck, but HTML5 again, who are doing the live streaming tonight. They're going to be hosting a wicked party for the Toronto tech scene early December, I believe December 3rd, called Tech Rap TO, if you guys want to check that out. I also want to give a shout out to Make Labs. I know that they're not here tonight because they're doing a big 3D printing demo down at the ROM for Friday Night Live. But those are the guys that are responsible for the fleet of 10 3D printers that we're going to be having available to you guys throughout the weekend. So kudos to those guys.
Cool, thank you. Last but not least, the global sponsors that help make Startup Weekend, the organization, happen and help support us at the local level. Google for Entrepreneurs is a big support. Amazon Web Services.co and Coca-Cola, all of these are big supports and help out in different ways, and I know you've been supplied in your email with a bunch of codes and services that you can use again over the course of the weekend and beyond. So thank you to the sponsors. Let's hear it for the sponsors before we move on. So now the stuff that you really care about, kind of what we're going to be doing tonight and over the course of the weekend, how this all works. And tonight, it's actually going to be extra challenging, but exciting and crazy because so many of you are new to this for the first time. But this is the crazy time where you get up and pitch. And first off, let me see how many people are planning on pitching tonight. Okay, cool. I bet you that number is going to double once it starts, and I hope it does. Like, if you're afraid of pitching, don't be afraid of pitching. This is a supportive audience. It will be a supportive audience. I will get angry if it's not a supportive audience.
Why is everybody laughing? They are supportive.
I'm usually the grumpy guy, so if like people aren't supportive and nice, then I get pissed off. Yeah, it's a great time to get up. It's 60 seconds. You all got ideas. I know you have ideas, so I really encourage you to get up here and do it. At the same time, if you don't, or if you do pitch and it doesn't get voted in the top pitches, don't worry about that either. Join a team. This is not about the pitch. It's not about your idea, because it's really about what comes after that. And that's the same in the startup world. So there's a million great ideas out there. It's all about execution, team building. That's the important part here. So we're just taking the same real life experience of a startup, or any business for that matter, and condensing it down to this short time frame. But the same rules apply. So don't get hung up on your idea. Find other people, work on something. You'll have an amazing experience doing that.
And I would say that even if you have half an idea or an inkling of something you might like to pitch, don't worry if it's not fully formed. Come up and pitch. You might be surprised. Like, you might have an idea that really captures people's imaginations. We've seen tons of teams in the past that have been a last-minute, out-of-the-air pitch that have gone on to be really successful teams over the weekend. So get your thinking caps on, even if you aren't planning on pitching.
Yeah, so start thinking about those things now. So as you can see here, pretty straightforward. We pitch, we vote. We're going to take you through the voting process. That's kind of a tricky, hard thing. You kind of have to try and remember what you're listening to. But the app that Event Mobi so kindly provides allows us to...
Shout outs to the Event Mobi guys over here.
Yes. Actually, yeah, again, they're one of those contributing sponsors that's not on that list, but they're amazing. Their app keeps getting better. It looks beautiful, guys. The app looks awesome, and helps provide great information, but also helps us get through this really tricky voting phase. So you get to see the list of everything that's there, and you'll vote on that. The forming teams part, this is kind of the organized chaos is what I call it. It's chaotic, and this is a new space, so it'll be chaotic in a new way because we haven't done it here before, but you'll just kind of find spots, and you have to network and meet people and sell yourself, sell the idea you pitched if you were pitching. If you didn't pitch, sell your skills. Oh, I'm in the way, sorry.
Now you're on the TV.
Oh, for the 10 people, right? Awesome.
They care a lot. Okay?
I know, that's good. It could be a good 10-person audience. So you really have to, like, the key to what I'm saying here is sales. You actually have to sell in whatever form that takes, whether it's your pitch, whether it's your skill set. You also have to investigate, like find the idea. You know, you're going to hear 60-second pitches, so you're not really going to know what the hell those things are. You want to find out what you're interested in, what you want to work on. The other thing is, some of you might have come here with kind of partially formed teams or ideas of who you'd like to work with. That's fine, but be open to working with new people. This is about meeting new people. You should come away from this with, like, you know, not best friends, but pretty damn good friends that you work with over the course of the weekend that you didn't even know before you got here.
You will love each other, and you don't even know it yet.
Yeah, some of you will hate each other. Most of you will love each other. And that's an important outcome of this weekend, so be open to that. On top of that, do not create, you know, a team of 15 people over here and a team of 3 over there, or don't get all the people that know how to use laser printers and leave none for anyone else. Like, this is also about sharing, and part of, you know, what we try to do is make sure that we bring the right skills and people and diversity to the group, but then we can't completely control how these teams form. So you need to spread yourselves out. We don't need many designers on a team or tons of developers, so on and so on. So be fair, you know, do the right thing when it comes to that. After the forming of teams, that's when the work starts, and I think logistically there's going to be a move to another building
so
later tonight.
Jump in for a sec and talk you guys a little bit through about the logistics of what happens once your teams are formed. So once voting has happened, once the teams are formed, we're actually going to be moving down to the 205 Richmond location of OCAD. So we'll do the announcements of the teams. If everybody gathers their things, and hopefully it's not raining anymore, but runs, walks, crawls, however you want to get there, we'll have volunteers waiting for you in the lobby. They will show you where to go. They're going to have maps, so if you head there first, and then we'll get you settled in your rooms from there. I also wanted to chat to you a little bit about the resources that we're going to have available to you this weekend. Thank you so much to OCAD, and especially Monica, for sorting all of this out. I know it's been an interesting challenge when we weren't totally sure what we should ask for, and they've been really, really great, so thank you very much. Once you get over to Richmond, we're going to have 10 3D printers, we're going to have soldering irons, we're going to have Raspberry Pi starter kits, we're going to have Arduino starter kits, we're going to have woods, we're going to have plastics, we're going to have paper for rapid prototyping, and we're also going to be giving out gift cards. So we figured that the best way to deal with all of the unknowns and all of the things that people might want to make was to give you a gift card per team and send you out for a supermarket sweep style buyout. Both Creatron and Home Hardware on College know that you guys are coming. They will give you a discount if you take your badge and say you're there from Startup Weekend. So we'll be following up with you a little bit more about the specifics of that, but that's how we're going to work it if you need to buy extra LEDs, kit, bits and pieces. We also have access to the laser cutter back in this building, so the fabrication labs in OCAD 100 McCall will be open to us on Saturday and Sunday. We can introduce you to the technicians over there, so if you do want to use the laser cutter, come and speak to us. We will take you over and hook you up for that as well.
Cool, okay. I think we're just about done here too. So the FAQ, I'm going to go through this quickly because these things do come up. Can I pitch something I've already been working on? Not really, but you can have pretty well-formed ideas. But if you come here and you've got a very well-formed idea that you've been working on for a while, then obviously that's not quite fair and not the spirit of the event. So again, like I said, it's not the idea. A lot of startup entrepreneurs that already have their own business actually come here, just pitch something else, just for the practice, just to meet other people, just to be creative and have fun. Can I pitch 2 ideas? No, although if the pitch numbers aren't that high, I wouldn't, if you had an amazing idea and you wanted to pitch again, I'm sure you could sneak in there, but ideally no. What if my idea is not selected? I already talked about that. No need to go into any more detail there. Can I still work on my idea if it's not selected? Yes, only if you find at least one other person to do that, and what it doesn't say there is if you're not selected, then you're not part of the final voting, but you're welcome to work on it over the course of the weekend and take in the vibe and the spirit of the event. But to be fair, you can't be part of the final votes. And can I use my pitch prop slides, etc.? No, there's no slides. You're just getting up here to speak. If you've got some cool prop other than that, then yeah, go for it, bring it up. But you've got 60 seconds and you've got to be pretty concise. Judging criteria. Broken out really into 3 categories: execution, business model validation, and user experience design. So what those things mean, I think a lot of this stuff is up on the site as well. You'll want to look at this pretty carefully. Key things to know from this: execution. Again, that's an important piece of this. It's not about the idea. It's about how you come together as a team, what you put together. Things I've seen people make mistakes at other startup weekends is they feel like if they haven't executed perfectly, then they don't put it up there on stage. And they think their demo needs to be, you know, refined, bug-free product, whatever that might be. This could be all be a little bit different with the maker event, but you know, the same rules apply. Get up and show what you've done. That makes a huge difference. I'm going to be on the judging panel for the first time ever, so I finally get to say, you know, actually comment on these things. I know what I want to see is I want to see what you've done over the weekend. If you've built a ton of stuff and it's half broken, I still want to see it and I want to know that, because that's amazing. I don't expect you to be able to build a, you know, perfectly working prototype over the course of the weekend.
I want to see perfectly working prototypes. That's it, only.
I want to see both. User experience design. That's, you know, absolutely critical. We want to see where you get with that, the research that goes into that. That's something that you can do a lot more in terms of mock-ups and so on. You can hide all the things that don't work behind the scenes. And then business model validation is really about showing, you know, how this can be a viable business. And a big key to all of this as well is about the validation side of it. And that covers really all of this, because you should be validating your user experience design, but also your model as well. That means getting out of the building and talking to people. So people that do well at Startup Weekend, get out there. They've got people on their team that are doing just customer validation. If you don't know about lean startup concepts, then get online. There's lots of stuff on our site, but there's lots of stuff in general that's available to learn and read about lean startup concepts. So please do that. So last but not least, just the pitch itself. This is important because you've got 60 seconds and you can't ramble on, and we pull you right off the stage when you do. So there's a timer, and you will literally be held to 60 seconds. So first thing, who you are. Make sure you just say who you are. Next thing, what's the problem that you're looking to solve? And then, of course, how you're going to solve it. You don't have to have that fully formed, but you might have some concept. This is the part that you're kind of selling, you know, how you're going to solve this problem. Those two bits are key. And then last but not least, and don't forget about this, what do you need? What are you looking for? Especially in an event like this, where now the skill sets required are going to be so diverse. So if you're looking to do something that's going to require a 3D printer and you don't have the skills to operate the printer itself or the software behind it, then make sure that you're asking for that. But if you have those things, but you need someone to develop software because there's a software component to that, make sure you're asking for development skills, et cetera, et cetera. So it's pretty straightforward. Hopefully you've prepped on that stuff. I think a lot of people do ahead of time. I think we're leading into, before we get going with the pitches, is there anything I've missed?
I don't think so. Does anyone have any questions?
Does anyone even want to take a 10-minute? Oh, sorry, there is a question, yeah.
I don't think we need a break. I think everyone's like set,
Well,
right?
that's what I'm going to ask. Before we do questions, should we even bother with a break? I personally think we should get going because we had dinner.
Let's have a
8
vote.
o'clock.
Who wants a 10-minute break? Okay, so that's like 3 people want a break, so I think we should just carry on.
You are allowed to go to the,
But you are, yeah, don't feel like you have to just stay. You can get up and leave. That's okay.
All right, so we're going to leave this up there so you can just keep looking at it. Questions? Yep.
Is there a cap on the number of people on the team? You mentioned diversity.
There's not a real cap. I mean, the ideal number is really between 5 and 7 people.
Last year, our second place winners had like 14 people, I think,
Yeah,
something like that. We've had some huge teams. It gets a little bit unwieldy. We'll try and have enough teams so that you can balance it out and try and play fair. If you're a team of 12 and you have 6 developers and one team has 4 people and no devs, try and split yourselves out a little bit. Try and play nice.
Those team sizes, when we've had big team sizes, it's because we had events that were pushing 200 people. And obviously you can't really go above 20 teams, otherwise it's unbearable to sit through the final presentations. Because those are 5-minute presentations with Q&A. So with this number, this is a much more manageable size. You should really aim for 5 to 7. It'll be more effective, but obviously there's no actual number that we're going to hold you to.
So you want to aim for at least one designer, one developer, one biz dev, marketing hustle person, and one maker. That's like your core, and then like a couple of extra people within each of those categories.
Yep. Any other questions?
What's the username and password for the internet?
Startup Weekend is
So
the username, and OCAD
The network is
2013.
OCAD Guest, and then it'll take you to a login page, and the user is Startup Weekend, and the password is OCAD 2013, and all of that is all lowercase. Yes. So the wireless network is OCAD-U-guest. And then that'll take you to a login, and your username is Startup Weekend. And the password is OCADU, OCADU 2013. You good? Anybody else? Any more questions?
So, yeah.
Whoever gets to the front of the line first gets to pitch first, but please don't kill each other.
So I want to make one final note here as well before we get started. The Startup Weekend is typically facilitated throughout, and I've often been that facilitator. This time it's going to be kind of facilitation by committee. I can't be here the whole time. Holly's been doing this for ages. She can pick up a mic and facilitate. Sunil over there is going to pick up the mic and facilitate. Someone will be here throughout the weekend, and obviously you've seen a big organizing and volunteer team, so you should be well supported. But get ready for the chaos. That's part of the fun.
We also totally want your feedback as well, right?
Yeah, we want your feedback for sure, but you have to embrace the chaos as well. It's part of the fun, and it's part of what it's like to be in a startup as well. So now is the time that I actually have to leave, unfortunately. So I'm gonna hand it off and wish you good luck tonight. I'm excited to see the stuff that comes out of it, and I'll be watching online. Maybe I'll be number 11 watching on the screen. All right, good luck, guys. Take care.
Thanks, Chris. Sunil, do you want to come do some mic stuff with me for the pitches? So how we're going to work this is, if you would like to pitch, please come and line up on this side of the room. You're going to check in with the Event Moby guys. They're going to take the name of your team. So think of a name for your startup. Give the name to the Event Moby guys. You're going to come up here. One of us is going to give you the microphone, and then you're going to have 60 seconds to pitch. Get in line.
If they're standing there, Matt can't see them.
So we should get them to pitch here.
Either pitch here or bring the lights in. It's up to you. Hi, Ollie.
Yes.
I'm John.
Hey. Nice. Wicked. Wicked, yeah, no worries. Nice, awesome, and thank you for giving us the stuff at the prize pack as well.
Should I pass that along to Heather, or who should I give it?
Yeah, if you give it to Heather, and then we can circle back and once the pitch done, if that's alright.
Yeah, sure. Sorry, so did you want me to pitch here?
Yeah, like this should be good.
Yeah. Well, the alternative is pitching in the middle, and then I'll turn out the lights.
But then they won't be on the...
No, they can, but I can turn up. I have to turn up the lights first. It's either middle or...
Yeah, let's bring the lights up and like, let's do it in the middle. Okay. Okay, pitchers, there's a piece of tape in the middle of the floor for you. You're going to rock up to the middle of the floor, take the mic from Sunil, and you're going to have 60 seconds from the moment you grab the mic. I just had a quick message from the guys at Kiwi, Wearable Tech, who are one of our prize partners tonight.
Listen up, everyone.
They have their devices available for you guys tonight too. If you're doing something with wearable, they're going to be out by the... Oh, they're there. They're waving. If you're doing anything wearable tech, give those guys a shout. They have some cool gear for you to try out. Are we ready? Ready for our first person? Almost. We're good? Go for it. Woo! Yeah, first pick.
All right.
Go.
All right,
You're
ladies
up.
and gentlemen, my name is Mayor El Harar. Don't confuse that with Mayor of Toronto. Okay, so basically, I have a solution to a problem that many people have. That means good business. So essentially, what we are going to do is basically actually create a website, and I'm trying to remember. I obviously didn't like prepare a lot for it, but basically we're going to create a website where the fees that you're trying to improve and trying to like understand of what fees should be involved in, like whenever you try and buy a product or try and buy a service, if you try to negotiate to get a product or a service, whether it's from Fido or whether it's you try to buy a car or whatever it is, then that's what we'll try and create, sort of like an understanding of where that negotiation power is with you guys. Yeah, and I basically need developers.
That's it. No
and
more
designers.
talking. A minute
Sucks
goes
to
quick,
go
guys. Who's up next?
Hey guys, Phil Jean. Drivers here can attest that parking in the city is a nightmare. It's cost prohibitive, it's crowded, and when you do find a good spot, it's like a 5-minute walk from where you actually want to be. Wouldn't a better solution be being able to park in condominium parking garages? I mean, they exist where we want to go, and a lot of the times the parking spots are already empty. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't see this as a viable parking disruption because, quite frankly, these parking fobs and access control, it's difficult to distribute, and there's no easy and convenient way to do that. I think I have a solution. I'm looking for makers to turn this thing into a connected device that we can install near condo garage doors that will authenticate users to open doors when they have the right proper access. I'm looking for developers to build a smartphone application that will allow users to request that access and to serve as a marketplace between renters and drivers. Think of it as Airbnb for parking. Let's allow drivers to find cheap, better parking, and let's allow renters to monetize parking spots when they're not being used. Thanks.
That was bang on a minute.
Hello. So, how many of you guys like to get drunk? How many of you guys like to go out? I do. But this is the thing. I have a lot of stuff on my plate, and the last thing I want to do is organize an event on Facebook to get my friends to go out. I like to be spontaneous. I want to know where the best party is right now if I want to head out the door and go party. Wouldn't that be awesome, yeah? Well, imagine if there's an app that could do that. The number one way that people share themselves publicly is through hashtagging. Imagine if we can locate all the hashtags in the city, so when you browse a club, you know exactly how many people are there. You can read someone's hashtags, you can see their Instagram, you can see their tweets, so you know how awesome the party you're going to go is. This is about more than partying. This is about knowing what's happening in your community. This is about not wasting your time like somewhere you don't want to go. This is about environmental clarity. To develop this idea, we need engineers.
Thank you. Yeah, remember to say your name and the name of your startup when you come up to pitch so people know who to vote for.
Hi, I'm Einar, and I want to do something called Essential. So 3D printing does a lot with a lot of different materials. I haven't seen anyone do it with liquids yet. So I would like to print fragrances. So mix it online and go pick it up. This could be done, a celebrity wakes up, thinks, I want to make a fragrance, tweets it, you click on it, you go pick it up. And I think the printer shouldn't be that technically complicated. To do this, it needs someone who wants to work on something fun, somebody who could implement and see the vision for making a new printer, and some designers and like, yeah.
What do you call it?
I have more time. I didn't run out. So.
What are you called?
Oh,
Say it again.
Essential. I said at the beginning. Sorry. Anar. Essential.
Woo!
Sorry.
What's the fee.com?
It's Kaho, everybody. I know what I did, didn't you? All right, guys, let's keep this moving.
Okay, good evening, everyone. My name is Gordon Dree. And
Remember to stand on the tape.
That's the tape, sorry. Oh, there she is. Okay. My name's Gordon Dree, and what I want to create is a virtual clothing trying on app. So I think the biggest problem right now in online shopping is everybody can agree you can't try the clothes on, right? 1 in 4 items that we buy on any retail online store, we have to send back because the clothes are not our size. So let's find a way to solve this problem. If it's some physical rendering of our body, let's make the clothes fit, and let's make sure we can buy the clothes online that we want. I need designers, I need people that are interested in this industry, and I also need people that are familiar with 3D processing and 3D rendering. Thanks.
Hi, my name's Allison. You might recognize me because I was a part of Learning Loop, which was the winner from last Startup Weekend. My idea today is called Interactive Story Beads. And I want to make the new collectible that kids will want to collect and play with. Something that's physical, something like beads with characters on them, but also has an online component where they enter or swipe the beads on a phone or something. We've got to figure that out. And then it unlocks the characters in an online world. So we're looking for anyone who's got a great imagination, because we need to come up with some great characters. 3D print enthusiasts, because I'd like to prototype the actual characters this weekend. And really anyone who wants to build a real business, because my other Startup Weekend ones have gone forward and we've kicked some butt. So thanks.
Name again?
It's Allison, and the name, the working title, not the brand, Interactive Story Beads. Thank you.
My name is Reed. What I got here is a thermal receipt printer I got off eBay for $50. This weekend, I'm going to turn it into a cloud printer that allows any developer to print out with only a HTTP request or from your JavaScript. So you don't need to have the cable to connect printer to your computer, or you need a printer driver. You can just print out from the web page. So vote for me, web printer. And I need business people and someone who knows Python to join my team. Thank you very much.
Hey, my name is Dmitry Galamiev. I'm from OCAT University studying industrial design at this moment. And I'm looking toward improving the luggage experience precisely when you're taking an airline. So there's a lot of problems with it right now, such as security issues, being overweight at the time when you're getting weighted and you have to pay a whole bunch of extra fees, and being around that vicious circle of the conveyor belt, or even having your luggage stolen. So there's 3 very precise problems right now going on in this kind of area, and I feel like I have a solution to fix it, all in a concise, very cheap product that will work with your cell phone. So I'm looking at software developers and hardware developers. And that'd be great. So Dimitri again, thank you.
Hi, my name is Richard, and I cook a lot. I really enjoy cooking. And except I get bored when cooking. It's weird. But whenever I'm at the stove, I leave things and they tend to burn. So I came up with an idea where you could have a portable stovetop because we wouldn't want to replace our whole kitchen. And you could sync it with your phone. You could pull recipes from the web. It goes onto your stovetop. And all the data from those recipes goes right into the stove. The timing, temperature, everything. So I need pretty much anyone, developers, designers, like business people, and it's called Smarter Chef. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Manda Tabrizi. I'm an industrial designer from OCAD, and my idea is for dentists. They can match the shades of your tooth whenever you go there to match to either get a refill or get a crown. So the idea is the combination of hardware and app to allow the dentist and patients to exactly know what the shade of your tooth is and under different lighting setting. And for the name, I just came up with Tooth Fairy, so I don't know, we can work something else. That's it.
Hi guys, my name is Janice and my idea is called the gift of time. So my passion is communication. I love when people talk to each other and get to know more about each other. Now, has anyone had the problem where they need to buy something for someone as a gift and have no idea what to get them? Yeah, we've all had that. So why not give them the gift of time, the gift of your time? So this would take in the form of like a mobile app where we can go from suggesting places that you can go with that person to even planning out the entire day for you. So it can be where you say, we'll give us a budget and we'll plan the day for you, and it could be a surprise for you and the other person as well. So basically this is all in to make sure you communicate better and get to know about the other person, and also the next time you actually know what to get them. Thank you. Name? The Gift of Time, Janice.
Hi everyone, I'm Lida. The name of the startup is Pavlov-ify. So Pavlov is a psychologist. So for those of you who know, you don't need to listen to the rest of the pitch. But for the rest of you, who has some problems sometimes and would like to either maintain or increase their productivity when they're working? I know I do. I know I cheat and I go on Facebook, I go on Twitter, so on. So what I'm proposing to do, and this idea kind of came to me yesterday, was to have a wearable device where you can have it track what you're working on. So basically, you could program it that if you go on Facebook, for example, it would give you a negative reinforcement. This is where the Pavlov thing comes in. So it could be, I think, an electric shock. We can handle electric shock. When I ran it by my friend, she was like, maybe just an X would be okay. But we can handle a little bit of jolt, okay? So that's the negative. And if you do something good, like if you're consistently working for 15 minutes or whatever you program, let's say you're coding for half an hour, then you get a positive reinforcement, so it could light up. So I have no idea how this works. I don't know how this works, but I would love for people who are, oh sorry, I think you were just excited. Please come check it out. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Prashant. I used to be a very skinny guy, and I wanted to change that. I wanted to get fit, bulk up, get my wife to say, you're my hero, and not just because I was taking the trash out. But, so I started working out. I got Fitbit. I started putting in a lot of hours, tracking my workouts, and after a few weeks, I got really bored of looking at all the graphs. The pie chart started looking like donuts, and it was like really hard to work out. So I've been thinking, what is it that I can do to make the whole process of getting fit more fun? And my solution is to build a game engine that allows you to define your fitness goals as a game. And as you complete levels in the game and accomplish tasks in the game, you start working towards your fitness goals. It's a multiplayer game. You can invite your friends to write tasks for you, and as you complete those tasks, you start getting more and more fit. You no longer measure things in terms of calories. So if City Will is something that you like to do and you want to lose 10 pounds, that's 35,000 calories. You say,
It's time.
You get the idea. The name of the game is, the name of the app is Game Fit.
So, all these ideas are for making your life easier, and they always ask you, would this be a good app for you? But I'm thinking for people that actually need help. To, like, let's be honest, our lives are already pretty easy. So I was thinking about, what about helping the blind? A lot of people know about like the canes that they use. Those are actually called white canes, and I think we could make that experience a lot better by making smart white canes. So let's say your white cane is far away from you, you don't know where it is. It could like start beeping to help the blind person try and figure out where their cane was and make that a lot easier for them. White cane. Smart white cane.
Hi, my name is Nilay, and my idea is pretty simple. The idea is to connect my home and all the devices in my home, the lights, the humidifier, the air conditioner, etc., to my smartphone so that I can control it whenever I can and wherever I am. I can schedule things on it so that, you know, with my alarm clock, the lights go on, or when I'm returning home on a hot summer day, the air conditioners fire up before I come into my house. It can be done using Raspberry Pis, some Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and some plugs that go between your connectors and Bluetooth, and connect that with Bluetooth. I need some hardware developers in Raspberry Pis or Arduinos, some Python programmers, and some web app developers for that. And that's the idea. The name is, it just came up. It's called Residomate. Happy to change the name if it's not cool enough. So that's it. Okay.
Hi, my name is Pranay Gupta. My idea is very simple. Every one of us try to buy things online. So think about when we have to buy one coach, or one couch, or even one chair, or even any electronic item. You have to go to 10 different websites. You have to check the prices everywhere, and then you decide. So my idea is very simple. Have you guys booked or checked prices of flights on Google? So it's one area where you can get all the prices together. So build something like that for all the retail items at one point, one-stop shop. And you don't need to go to every sort of website differently. So the idea is that the name is Know the Price, and I'm looking for primarily developers and designers.
Hey guys, my name's Dylan. The problem I want to solve is the problem of the lonely traveler. And my suggestion for this is kind of like social prostitution. So bear with me on it. The idea is you go to the city, you have this web app or mobile app and a piece of hardware. You go to the city, you put in the city that you're visiting, you set up a meeting with a stranger, and the stranger gets paid. They either get paid from you or they get paid from a business that sponsors them, and they'll take you to that sponsored business. So, oh, we're going to have dinner at this place because they sponsored the app. And that's basically the idea. You've got time to kill in a foreign city, you want to meet some people, make a connection, and you use your technology to do that. So that's it. High five.
Hi everyone, my name's Robbie Edwards. I'm from a company called ClearPath Robotics. I'm an engineer there, and we build robots. So you've probably read about how robots are taking off and how they're going to take everyone's jobs in the future. That is accurate. So it's probably a good time to get a consumer product into people's homes beyond the Roomba. And what I'd like to do is a small mobile platform with wheels and a camera on it, so essentially a webcam on wheels. You log into it from your work through your browser, and you can control it, drive it around your house, and see through its camera. You can visit your pets, play with them, check on your kids, visit your grandparents. I don't know. And so to do that, we're going to need, well, web-enabled robots is an all-encompassing field. So developers, if you can design in 3D, probably a lot of marketing would be required behind this. And so the project code name is Waterfox Robots. Thank you.
Everyone, my name is Arsene Toumani. I'm a web developer, and last week I was sitting around the couch, and I was with my girlfriend right beside me, and she was going through Pinterest and Google Plus and Facebook and everything, and she was telling me that she kept getting frustrated that she wasn't able to shop whatever she saw her friends getting pinned. And she couldn't shop like what her friends were liking. She wasn't able to go on the website and see the exact same thing that she just liked. So I came up with this great idea that how about we build this platform that allows you to recognize the exact image that you just liked or pinned, and then give you a list of retail shops that are gonna, where you can shop at online and everything. So it shows you like local stores and everything. And I think that would be great for women and other people who like to shop online. Pin and shop. My name's Arsen. I need web developers and graphic designers.
Time. Hi everyone, my name is Lily, and I have a very niched idea. Basically, have you guys ever had to deal with losing a key and then having to go through all the ramifications of replacing that key? So my idea is very simple. So take your mobile phone, scan the key into your phone, something like Autodesk. I don't know who's familiar with that software. Basically, it's a 3D scanning software. And then use that image and then send it to any sort of keysmith or 3D printer that's in proximity to you. So basically, you can charge any sort of partnerships through that, and it's a rapid way of reproducing your key, and you can have a safety feature on the app that basically hopefully we'll make this weekend. So yeah, basically key, it's called, I just thought of a name, it's going to be called KeyPod. And I'm currently looking to work with web developers, app developers, anybody who has experience working with mobile apps.
Time.
Thank you.
Hi everybody, my name is Vanessa, and the product that I want to pitch is called Bike Loft. So I actually had 2 of my favorite bikes stolen within 2 weeks, literally. And as a result, came up with this. I went around and asked a lot of questions, and part of the problem is there's no space. The bike locks suck. Igor has been taken back, or has been jailed, but they're still being stolen. So I thought about this, and instead of having the ring-in post, it would be a bike station that could be locked up along the wall and could be lowered, like with a crank. And it solves a lot of the city problems. It also solves space problems. And what I'm looking for is makers, developers, IT people, and it would be sold to city and condo developers, apartment people, etc. Bike Loft.
Hi everyone, my name is Randall Baron Chung. I'm a management and strategy consultant in healthcare. Now, we're all young people here, and you know who's costing our system all this money? It's old people. Now, old people cost our system over $2.8 billion just from falls. And over 65% of their hospitalizations are because they don't have the right grip or they don't know where they're walking to. So what we've developed is a product called the Grip and Slide for seniors. So it's like slip and slide but less lethal for seniors. And what it is essentially one of the problems is they don't have the right grip when they're going down a railing on a stairwell. And so if we are able to put a contact on the railing itself, using 2 also wearable technologies on their fingers, you're able to ensure whether or not they've established the proper grip before they proceed going down the stairs, thereby reducing the amount of falls. So we're looking for developers, makers, anyone who's willing to help. It's the Grip and Slide for seniors. Let's save ourselves some money.
Hi, my name is Vanessa Toy. You're going to remember that because my last name is Toy and I'm short. It has an E on the end though. So I'm really interested in environments that respond to you because I feel like we have a lot of apps, but we don't have environments that cater to us. So why not have a light that knows when you're on your own and gives you focus light? Why not a light that then changes and knows when other people are around via noise, via temperature, etc., and expands and gives you dispersed light? It's a different experience, it's a different way to live your life, and I believe in a lot of kinetic, interesting products that could be up there for us. So the product name is the Live Light, and I'm Vanessa Toy. Thanks. I need all sorts of people.
Evening, everyone. My name is Blaine Serial. I'm a mechanical engineer, and I'm pitching a learning development tool for children that combines creativity and spatial thinking. The idea behind this was I loved Lego when I was a kid, but you never have the right piece, especially one that's two male ends on it. So the idea is a touch-based app for children that they can utilize on a tablet, design their own pieces, design their own creation, and then either have it printed out by the company or go into a place like Staples. It's got a 3D printer and have it manufactured in front of their eyes and put it together. I'm looking for people familiar with touch-based user interfaces and 3D modeling. The working name right now is Building Blocks. I'm also looking for somebody that can come up with a better name than that. Okay? Have a great night.
Hi, my name is Michael Lubert. I'm a developer at Esri Canada, where I work on mobile and web mapping applications. I cycle a lot, so I usually go on web maps to figure out where I'm going to go in the city. A lot of times I'm traveling to places I've never been to before. I find a lot of times I have to whip out my phone because I take the wrong turn. So I've tried turn-by-turn applications on my phone that read out where the directions are, where I'm actually going to be going, but a lot of times they don't mark where a path is, where the road moves from a road to a pathway, and I end up missing that turn. So I'd like to create a device that hooks up onto your handlebars and has a display that shows you where to go. It could indicate textually or graphically where the next turn is. It could also be used to find your nearest public washroom or
Time!
My name is Michael, and the product is Cyclops.
Hi, so my name is Hisham Jarmakani, and I'm here for November 2013. I'm kidding, actually. So my idea, or the problem I want to solve is energy consumption. A lot of us have appliances at home that run on AC power. My solution to that is to reduce, or what I want to do is find developers or makers who can, and engineers who can help me convert a lot of these appliances from AC power to DC power, and also installing LED lights. Thanks. Oh, and the name of the company is AC to DC Energy Solutions. Like the...
Hey guys, my name is Steven, and my idea is Red Riding Hood. Does everyone know where Little Red Riding Hood is going on her journey? She's going to Grandma's house to check on Grandma, right? A lot of us are worried about someone at home. Might have someone older at home that we look after, or grandma, parent. And we're interested in ensuring that they're doing okay. And we want to have that peace of mind when we go to bed that grandma's in bed okay, nothing's wrong. So my idea is essentially a wellness insurance tool. You're ensuring that this person you're looking after is well. It's using predictive analytics, wearable hardware and predictive analytics in the cloud to let you know that this person you love is doing all right and there's been nothing going on with them. So that's my idea. It's Steven, and it's Red Riding Hood.
Wow, that's going to be hard to beat. My name is Valerie, and our idea is quite simple. We want to build, the name of the idea is Caring Pillbox. Well, there's two names, there are two words, Caring, Pillbox. Caring is for you guys. Pillbox is for your parents or grandparents. Grandparents or parents sometimes might forget to take their medicine, and you wouldn't know. In this case, what we're trying to build is something that will allow to track the consumption or taking the pills on time, and if it's not taken, to alert you, not some big brother, so you can care for them, call them up and say, hey, are you doing okay, and check up on in that way. So it's very simple, and we're trying to build that with essential capability of upload to the web and then eventually to you. So my name is Valerie, and Caring Pillbox.
Hey guys, my name is Zohaib. I'm pitching an idea called Smart Charities. If you walk down University Avenue or go to Eden Center, you'll find a problem. There are a lot of people, for good causes, they're raising awareness, but they're handing out pieces of paper. Now, that piece of paper redirects you to a URL or to a brand name, but you don't know where they go afterwards. Do they go there? Do they donate? No one knows. I want to make a wristband. And what it'll do is it'll use your smartphone, and you could tap on the wristband, and you could be redirected anywhere you want, to a donation page, to an awareness website, anywhere you want. Furthermore, you get tracked. The charities know where you're going. If you're in Toronto and someone goes to Montreal, they know you're going to Montreal. Again, I'm looking for makers. I'm looking for business people. Practically anyone who wants to help people help other people. Zohaib and Smart Charities.
Hey, my name is Caleb Del Biggio. I'm pitching Strava for surfing. Now, I'm not sure if you're familiar with Strava, but it's an app that allows cyclists to compete virtually with other cyclists around the city. I'd love to be able to do that when I'm out surfing. Unfortunately, I don't want to bring my brand new gold iPhone into the ocean with me. So what I'm proposing is a small device to bring with me surfing that allows me to track my stats for my surf session so I can compare them with my friends back at the bar afterwards. That's my app. It's called Wave Rider.
Hey everybody, my name is Vladimir Nadoshetko, and I'm pitching 5-minute VidStar. So technically, the most impactful marketing, especially small businesses have, is the video marketing. But the trouble they usually have is it's very expensive for them to make the videos themselves. So what I want to build a software platform that allows anybody basically learn how to make their own video in 15 minutes and get all of the templates there. And the switching board, which will be basically something very cheap, about $70, that can connect webcams and low-end video software for video production. Webcams are getting good right now, so you can shoot semi-professional videos with them. It's just nobody is targeting it. Let's put the world on live. Volodymyr Nedoshetko, 5-man VidStar.
Hello, my name is Alejandro. Yes, get it over with, just like the Lady Gaga song. My idea, or the problem I'm trying to solve, is the struggle that pet owners have every time they leave their house and they don't know what their pets are up to. Current solutions involve static locations where you can actually, over IP, see, okay, what's going on. But that depends on your dog or your cat being in front of the camera. What I'm suggesting is creating a device where you can actually attach to the collar of the dog that will have a camera, so you can tell what is your dog up to or cat up to. You can talk, and you can hear back what the dog is saying. So you will connect through a mobile interface. What I'm looking for is people that know their thing around either Arduino or Raspberry Pi boards, because we're going to building a prototype, and then people that can put together a platform that we can control this device from. Again, my idea is called What Are You Up To Now? And my name is Alejandro. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. My name is Erica, and I have a problem, and it's knowing exactly what's in my fridge. I want to be able to go to the store and come home with exactly what I wanted, what I needed, and not a third carton of milk and forget the eggs. This would have utility for people who also live with roommates who use up your food and don't mark it on the list of things you need to buy. So my solution for this problem is a way of sensing and keeping track of what's in your fridge and having that information sync in real time to a mobile application that will generate a grocery list for you. And I basically need everybody, developers, to help me build the sensing system and also the mobile application itself. And hopefully by the end of the weekend, we'll be able to make everybody's fridge a little bit smarter. Thanks. Oh, and my name is Erica, and it's called Smart Fridge.
Hi everyone, my name is Harlan, and I often have the problem where my earphones don't fit just right, and it really bothers me sometimes. I'll buy a pair of earphones, and I put them in, and I thought I'd made a great choice, but then after like a week or an hour, I'll find out that they're not fitting the way I want them to. So My idea is to make a very modular bud that you can design your own earphone, I guess buds or speakers or whatever. Not speakers, but the bud part that you would put in your ear. That you could stick in with the buds, and the buds could be pulled out and put into a different set that fits a bit better. So my name's Harlan, and the company is called My Buds.
Yes, hi, my name is Bilal, and I'm a developer, but the idea I'm pitching is an old idea, but what I'm going to pitch is the idea is going to take out inefficiency from the system. I'm surprised nobody pitched anything around digital currency or bitcoins, so the idea is basically Hike Me Safe. Hike Me Safe is all about connecting riders with people who need a ride, and we are going to take out all the inefficiencies of the system. So we're going to cut off MasterCard, Visa, PayPal, all the bankings, and it will be a peer-to-peer payment system and based off rating. So people who are familiar with Halo, GoLoco, Zipcar, Rideshare, we're going to take all the good ideas from them, and we're going to implement it without any efficiency, which is basically banks, financial institutions. So peer-to-peer system and rating system. These are two things that we're going to do. Thanks. Hike Me Safe.
Hello, everybody. My name is Slavi. The idea that I'm pitching is called Responsible Citizen. And I see this as an app, mobile or web, where people can report problems that they see in the city. This also can include, for example, if somebody has lost a pet or if somebody has found a pet, that can report. And the system can keep track, and city, let's say city fixes something, and then the site will show the status of a complaint or of the issue. I need the designers, developers, and everybody who is passionate about fixing city problems. And my name is Slavi, and the idea is Responsible Citizen. Thanks.
Is that it? Are we done?
We're done.
Oh my God, guys, you were awesome. Big round of applause for everybody who pitched. Nice one, good work. So here's what's gonna happen now. You should all have the app. If you're having any problems with the app, please come and see me or the event maybe guys at the front. We're gonna give you till 9:15, maybe 9:20, something like that, to network, find out who you wanna join, select your top 3 ideas, and vote for the app, after which we're all gonna come back and announce the winning teams. Ready? Go hustle. Yes, it's eventmobi.com.
So has anybody built any companies yet? Anyone printed any 3D printing? Arduino'd anything? I'm just going to keep making jokes until Holly gets back. Don't throw any eggs. And this is being streamed live on YouTube, so it's even more embarrassing for me. Did you hear it? I feel like I should be saying something very smart right now. Anybody have any questions about the lecture? Thank you. Thank you very much. The test, it happened already. How many people are planning on using the laser cutter? I'm just curious. Really? Cool, I guess it's all yours. Oh, I guess you get to share it. You can't just use a laser cutter because you feel like using a laser cutter. All right. And Raspberry Pis, anybody planning on using a Raspberry Pi? Interesting, interesting, thank you. That's good, I'm glad we bought some. I'm done now. Don't forget to tip your waitress.
All right, so thank you everybody for voting for your teams. We actually have a bit of a tiebreaker situation. So we're going to be giving you a list of, is it 9? 9 teams and asking you to vote just one more time. It's going to take about 5 minutes to set up. If you want to have a smoke or go to the loo, maybe now is like a good time. We're going to do one more quick voting round and then we'll be announcing the teams and moving you down to Richmond. Thank you for your patience. That's the teams at the bottom. So we have 12 teams confirmed? We have 12 confirmed teams, and then we're going to be voting out for the final few places. Pardon? Ideas. Pitches. Question? One vote. We're going to give you a list of 9. You get 1 vote. We're going to do it quickly, and then we can get you working on your startups.
I don't know how he turned it off, but he turned it off. Is there a line? Change the output? Maybe? Nope, that's the place it would go. Oh, he turned it down here. refresh the ability for you to be able to vote, because you probably can't vote anymore because the voting was closed. You'll need to close your app, your browser, and ideally kill the process entirely. So on iOS you swipe up, or on Android you do something magical. Sorry. And you probably just close it, actually. And then reload the app, go back to the same voting place you went to before. The voting section should be up, and you'll see 9 companies, and you'll have 2 minutes to vote, starting in 40. Okay, what's the problem? Okay. No. Remember, we've got the top groups already. We're just trying to find the 9. Of the 9, there's going to be a subset of those that'll make it into this version of StartupWeekendToronto.com. How's the browser closing going? It's pretty exciting. What do you do on Android anyway? Pardon me? It hasn't refreshed yet? Have you killed the browser completely and reloaded it? Yeah? Event Moby. Works on Chrome? Some people have figured it out. Yeah, are you, put your hand up if you still can't get the voting to show up. Okay, but you can put your hands down now, thanks. I don't know, what should they do? I don't understand that. That's not a company. All right, here's what we'll do. I'd say try again. But if you can't get it working, come down here. The Event Moby guys will be able to help you out. No, they won't do it. It's going to take forever. I just totally lied.
If you can vote. We're going to do it based on a subset population.
Vote or steal the phone from somebody next to you and vote. I have one phone that you can use. And if you, let's try it that way. Yeah? All right, let's go.
We're going to make a decision.
2 minutes. Otherwise, we will never go home and you can never start building your companies. If you need one phone, I've got one. Come here. Here comes music.
You now have to form your team. As soon as you have your team, you can head over to 205 Richmond, which is down the street and then a little bit that way. Go for it. Get up. Form your teams. Congratulations, everybody. Oh, if you want a sign for your team, we have pieces of paper and marker pens. We recommend grabbing a sign and holding up Sharpies.